Chapter 1. Quinton Metzner headed outside to enjoy the fresh air and the beautiful surroundings as she went to Dani's office. Every time Quinton came to see her brother Riot, she also stopped in to visit with Dani, if possible. It was nice to see the others from back then, too, like Stan. Even though it was a time of harsh physical healing, which was behind her now, Quinton had been one of the first patients at Hathaway some 8 or so years ago. It had grown so much and done so well since then that it continuously amazed her. As she walked up the ramp to the front entrance in the office area, she felt her back and knee twinging again. Her VA doctor had told her that he could do nothing more for her, and she'd gone to chiropractors and done physio in the intervening years for tune-ups. But her hip, shoulder, and spine were getting much worse, and this worried her greatly. First, she thought that her rehab and her prosthetic had taken care of all those issues years ago. Second, her job didn't understand absences for any reason. Third, she didn't deal well with weakness in anyone, especially herself. At the main entrance to the center, for the human patients and their visitors, she took several deep breaths to calm her fears, and then pulled open the door and stepped inside. The receptionist's desk was empty. She looked around and heard voices coming from Dani's office. She walked over and knocked gently on the door. When it was opened, the receptionist from the front desk stepped out, smiled at her, and ran back to her desk. Quinton glanced in to see Dani sitting there, her face buried in her hands. "Bad timing?" Quinton asked gently. Dani looked up in surprise, and then her face lit up. "Quinton, how are you?" she asked. "Come on in." "If you're busy, I can leave," she said. "I came to see Riot. I understand he's being difficult." At that, Dani winced. "I'm sorry about that. My brother is not doing well mentally or emotionally. I was trying to help him by getting him in here, where I thought he would do so much better." "And that's our wish," Dani noted. "And there's definitely an adjustment period. Plus, some people take longer to acclimate." She motioned at the chair in front of her. "Take a seat if you have time to visit." Quinton stepped forward and then winced again, feeling the shudders ripple up her spine at the moment. "Actually, I might be better off if I stop in at my brother's and then head home." She slowly rubbed her hip. "I have to admit that some of my injuries have been acting up quite badly lately." Dani immediately hopped up. "Hey, are you okay? Or do you need help?" "No, I should be fine." Quinton gave her a reassuring look and a wave of her hand. "I'll just say hi to my brother and then head out." As she spun around, she cried out, the pain shooting up her hip and down again, and without realizing how, she found herself on the ground, trembling. Dani raced around her desk, flew to Quinton, and shouted down the hallway. Before long, Quinton was surrounded by people. Embarrassed, she tried to sit up. "I'm fine, honest," she murmured. Shane, however, stood at her feet, glaring at her. "You are not fine. Lie down," he barked. She glared right back at him, but she did lay down again. "Have you had more trouble?" She looked over at Dani, wincing and gasping. Dani turned to Shane and explained, "She was just saying that she's been having quite a bit of trouble with her old injuries," she murmured. "I invited her to sit down for a visit, but it looked like pain was hitting her, so she wanted to say hi to Riot and leave afterward. Then she collapsed." "Well, at the moment, you're not going anywhere," Shane murmured, still staring at Quinton. "I'm sure I can't stay here," Quinton noted on a hiccuping laugh. "I was a patient for a very long time, remember? But I'm not now." "That doesn't mean we can't get you a room and take a look at what's going on," Dani argued. "And you're still a veteran, and you still get medical, and you still need care. Anybody who thinks otherwise is wrong. Sometimes these issues are lifelong." "And that's pretty depressing," Quinton murmured. "I wasn't expecting to collapse here. I'm kind of embarrassed."